Hello, everybody. Apologize for the minute late start. It's been a rough day. I woke up not feeling well at all. But you know what? The show must go on anyway, so here we are. So bear with me, be patient. I apologize again for the minute late start. That is very unlike me. I am wearing one of the Tom McDonald shirts that I have, though. This is red, white, and shut the F up. This is one of my favorites. But guys, we did it. Another week in the bag. The weekly update is now. So let's pull up the profile, guys. As always, you can check out the profile. Please do. Please post out the live. And if you can afford to do so, I would appreciate a tip. Any tip, just a tip, a little tip, big tip, doesn't really matter, guys. Any bit helps support the show, helps me bring you more content, and I very much appreciate it. The other thing you can do is go right there to that link, patriotdad.org. You can go to the website and check it out. This was built for me by Siraj, the wonderful IT security friend that he is. He makes great websites, folks. So if you need one, make sure to reach out to him and see if he can do the same. This is a replacement for Linktree because Linktree is an insecure, not as good website. So you can just build your own and host it yourself. You can see here, though, you can buy me a cup of coffee because I'm a cheap date, guys. I love coffee. I'm still drinking coffee. It's 7 p.m. at night. This is the end of my second pot. So you know I have a big, bad coffee habit. So if you want to support me, guys, don't do super chats through YouTube. I appreciate them if you do, but just remember you are giving like half of that support to Google and Alphabet. So please make sure you submit your support through Buy Me a Coffee instead if you can, or check out the merch. Shell and I are having another meeting tomorrow to get some more designs together. I need to keep working on the website. I have a lot going on right now. But you know what? It is what it is. Crispy says, still can't post the live, but was able to post the link. Thank you very much for the support, Crispy. Shell says, post the live. Yes, thank you very much. Welcome, everyone. Soil Castamasi, I think. I probably said that wrong. I'm sorry, but Ave Miller, sure. Welcome to the chat. Thank you very much. And Crispy, talking back to Shell, as he usually does. But guys, you can also check out my website for the Men's Empowerment Network. That is my business where I do consulting for divorce and custody issues with men because men get dragged through the court system and it is usually not a great outcome, especially if you lose your cool. So if you have any issues like that, just reach out to me and I can help you. Been through it a couple times myself. Getting pretty decent at it. Had a pretty good outcome if I do say myself. Seriously. If I do say so myself, good Lord. Okay. You can also, if you don't have money, that's fine. A lot of us are pretty financially strapped nowadays, and that's A-okay. You can still support me by posting out the live stream. You can follow me over here on X if you're watching from X, or if you're on YouTube or Rumble, you can also subscribe to my channels there. Those are other ways you can support that are free for you, and they help me with the algorithm. So thank you very much. Karen in the chat as well. We also have a Sith Master Dad here, but driving. Appreciate the support. You guys are wonderful as always. You can also see here we have our live schedule and the community. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday for the evening update, Saturday for the weekly update, which you're here for right now. Topic exchange, space on Tuesday and now partially Thursday, and Sunday for the strange journey through the Bible with Shell and Christina. So check out those spaces. Check out our lives. And guys, I appreciate all of you for being here. So thank you very much. We are going to get right into immigration. This is a post by Data Republican herself, who we will cover in a later post, is also now a moderator for the Doge community. So congratulations, Jenica, for that. But you got to remember, guys, we have an immigration issue right now in this country. So what is it? Well, Somalia's situation is a perfect example of how we create our own mass migration crisis. Here are the steps. Violence in Somalia is a major driver for displacement. That makes migrants. They flee. They come here. So we fly those refugees, step 2, to the United States, and through the refugee resettlement programs, we give them federal dollars. Well, there's step 3. We give them the federal dollars, which then they send in remittances back to Somalia, which helps support Al-Shabaab, which again increases the level of violence because now they have more funding to buy more weapons and be more violent, which makes more migrants, which means more Somalians have to come here, which means more Somalians are going to be sending remittances back to Al-Shabaab. It's kind of a cycle of nonsense, and it's not good for our country. In fact, not only that, but now we have found out that the Somalian community in Minnesota has been wildly committing fraud, stealing taxpayer dollars, and again, sending the money back to Al-Shabaab, which increases the amount of violence, which increases the number of refugees, which means they have to come here. And again, and again, and again. You can see here the progression, guys. This from Benny Johnson. Minnesota's Somali community has been caught funneling taxpayer dollars to Al-Shabaab overseas by falsely diagnosing children with autism through Medicaid. So you can see here the claims spiked from 2018, $3 million to 2023, $399 million. Guys, that is such a wild amount of fraud. It's not even funny, especially when you and me are fighting paycheck to paycheck and struggling to pay our bills. And then we have to watch as $500 million is pillaged from the public coffers and sent to a terrorist group in Somalia. Like, what? So within the same time period, autism centers skyrocketed from 41 to 328, many of them being in the Somali communities. Your taxpayer dollars are being stolen and shipped overseas to people who hate us and want us dead. You should be furious. And I am. I promise you. And as Crispy points out, Trump's change on this is spectacular. You can see here, Trump has now terminated the temporary protected status for Somalis in Minnesota after this massive fraud was exposed. Guys, and the craziest thing is you had like Ilhan Omar and others coming out just brazenly being like, too bad, we're citizens now, get effed. Can we just denaturalize and deport the whole lot of them and start over? Like, if you want here to be there so bad, just go there. Go home. This is not your home. The United States is not Somalia, and we will not let you change it into Somalia. That's crazy. Why would I want this to be Somalia? Somalia is a third world, not very nice place, full of terrorists like Al-Shabaab. Can we not bring that here, please? Yeah, so Trump, here, big change. Love to see it. But then we also get to places like ICE's enforcement happening now in North Carolina. So what happened? Well, as Stephen Crowder here points out, ICE rolls into North Carolina, especially Charlotte, starts doing enforcement of the already on the books immigration laws, and suddenly no one wants to go to work. Well, that's weird. Like, hang on a second. Why would people that are illegal not want to go to work because ICE is in town? I thought we were always told that, oh, if you're illegal, it's not legal for you to work. Obviously, you wouldn't be working, right? You wouldn't be voting. You wouldn't be getting government benefits. You wouldn't be filling public schools because you're illegals, right? Right? Except then when ICE rolled into town, now, as it's being reported, look at this. It's because companies chose illegals for labor. They chose cheap labor over hiring Americans, and now they're paying for it. Entire job sites, guys, vacant. And of course, they had to put music in it. We will cover this in the post-YouTube section, guys. But as you can see here, empty. And somebody might argue, oh, it's obviously the weekend. Guys, big construction sites like this, they operate on the weekends. It's like, oh, it's really early in the morning. Bro, have you been to an actual large construction site? They start before the sun comes up. There's nobody here. Like, absolutely crazy, guys. You also got this. They posted that federal agents had a new record for illegal alien arrests in Charlotte. This was posted on the 15th, so much earlier in the week. But Greg Bavino, the border commander, arrested 75 illegals in just hours.
Well, are you doing nice things?
Absolutely, making the community safer for you.
And then you have some local Karens trying to give Mr. Bavino grief, saying, you're not doing nice things. He's like, no, I'm making your town safer for you. You're welcome.
He wasn't doing it.
Exactly. I thought he was grocery shopping.
Could be. Criminal grocery shop. They got.
Hey, Sith, if that's true, I see your the illegals are now working at night. I shared a post. Go ahead and, if you could, did you share it in my DMs, or can you just post it down there in the chat? That would be great. I'll pull it up.
Yeah, they do. And you know what? Most of the time, they're not actually doing anything wrong.
Most of the time, they're not doing anything wrong, except for the fact that every illegal is here illegally, which is wrong. People would say the same thing over in Europe if an American rolled over there with no visa, right? You just start crossing borders willy-nilly. You try going into Europe and crossing into Belarus with no passport, no permission. See what happens. I dare you. Try crossing into China with no passport. Cross into Iran with no passport. Cross into any country on earth except this one with no passport and see how you're treated. So I'll do it when I'm home, still driving. That's fine. No worries, Seth. I can pull it back up. We can get right back to this, and we'll whatever you can, buddy. It's fine. Drive safe. Yeah, guys, Greg Bavino, the entire Border Patrol, they're doing great work. You can see this. They confirmed, though, and this is from Matt Van Swal, out of the 900,000 residents in Charlotte, 150,000 of them are foreign born. Like 150,000 out of 900. Like that's, what would that be? A third, half of a third. What would it be? Like a sixth? Something like that. Like 1/6 of the population is foreign born. That's crazy. Shell says they don't seem to understand the word illegal.
Nope.
They don't. Hey guys, they're just arrested folks. Like, you're here illegally. If you get caught, you're going to get arrested. You're going to get deported. Deport yourself now, and you might be able to come back in the future. If you don't, and you get caught and deported by force, they're going to not let you back in. At least not legally, anytime in the future. You illegals better pray that a Democrat gets back in office and changes those rules. Because if they don't, and I really pray they don't, you're never coming back. Here you got Nick. Major American cities are now under foreign freaking occupation. This is a large-scale invasion. Yeah, guys, 1/6 of your population is not American. And they have no interest in being American. They're here to get money and to send remittances back home. Crispy says, what up, West? What's up? I don't know. Is Kanye in the chat? Kanye, are you in the chat? This is about to get real lit. Yeah, guys, hundreds of construction sites here. Matt Van Swell, same thing that you saw Crowder posting earlier. Oh, that's loud. I'm going to just turn that down. Yeah, just sitting empty. It'll be interesting. Once we get that post from Sithmaster Dad, once he stops driving, don't drive and post. We'll see what he said, but he's saying they're working at night. That's fine. It's still helping traffic. You got Homeland Security here trolling people saying you're welcome for the green traffic around Charlotte right now, because apparently when all the illegals are hiding, traffic is a lot better. I'm just saying. Says we can't wait to welcome you to Western North Carolina, says Jack. Yeah, everywhere, guys. Every city in the United States needs a visit from ICE. Especially when you have Charlotte. Like this kind of brazen nonsense, guys, happening in Charlotte. Just listen to this. This is wild. This is an illegal who is a city councilor in Charlotte. How do we have an illegal alien that is a city official? Like that should not be a thing.
I grew up undocumented in Charlotte, in the neighborhoods that so many immigrant families call home. And today I stand before you as not only the first Latino, but the first formerly undocumented member of the city council. Yesterday, the sheriff's office confirmed that CBP will be in our city. However, no transparency, no accountability, no explanation, not to my colleagues behind me, not to the public, not to the families who deserve to know what's happening in their own city.
How about the legal residents?
Let me say this clearly. This is not about public safety. It is not about finding criminals. It is about fear, it is about quotas, and it's about control. When federal agents enter our communities without warning, without cause, and without humanity, they are not keeping us safe. They are terrorizing our neighborhoods. And we do not welcome our communities being terrorized and attacked.
Which communities are you talking about, sir? Like, are you representing citizens of this great nation, or are you representing the illegal immigrant communities, the communities? Guys, I do not understand how we got here. Like, how is it that we in the United States have permitted so much criminal immigration that now they have the balls to stand up as city officials in a city inside of our own border. Like, can you imagine this happening anywhere else? Anywhere else. Think about if you had like an African in Russia trying to take over like Moscow. Think if you had a Chinese person in Europe trying to take over, I don't know, Frankfurt, Germany. Think if you had like an Australian just rolls into like Ghana and says, "Mine now." Like, I'm an official here. Listen to me. Like this is crazy. Think of an American going to Mexico City and saying, "I am now a city official. You must do what I say and accommodate me." Like, it's absolutely wild, guys. Crispy says, fear, quotas, and control. What the F is he talking about? Yeah, I don't know, Crispy. Shell says, just wild. How the heck did we get here? I don't like it. I don't either. And Seth, thank you for letting me know that you are home safe. We will pull up your story since you linked it. Got here, Border Commander Greg Bavino confirms more nighttime federal immigration raids after citizens report illegals have shifted to working in the middle of the night for a lower chance of being caught. Bavino, I'm on it.
Si la migra nos busca de día.
And there's music. So you know what? We will play this at the end along with the other post-YouTube content. Guys, today's post-YouTube content is getting pretty long. But we're going to continue on. We will get back to that one, Sith. Thank you for posting and sending that. But guys, here, Tom Homan from Timcast News. Tom Homan announced that ICE agents are poised to surge into New York City in the coming days. I love to see it, guys. New York City needs it. They have Zohran Mamdani, guys. New York City. Let's go. Like, I love to see this, guys. The last thing the abuela sees before she's cuffed and stuffed. Dang. We got the 48 memes already. Vets before, see, as a U.S. veteran, like I can confirm that now. If you look in my profile, you can see I'm in the U.S. I'm a real person. I promise. Everyone's always accusing me of being fake AI, whatever. They're accusing me of being some Indian guy or whatever. No, guys, no, I'm not. But guys, I am a veteran. So vets before illegals? Yes. Our veterans deserve federal dollars. Long list of people deserve, especially veterans, long before we're giving any money to a criminal alien. Like, the only money that should be spent on a criminal alien is to deport them back to their country of origin. That's it. You want to come here legally. Get a visa. Get married to somebody. Do whatever you've got to do, guys. Right. There's many ways to come here legally. Just do it. Do it legally. That's all we ask. Don't come here under false pretense and overstay a visa. Don't run across the border without passport or visa. Like, don't do the illegal things. JP in the chat. Say they effed up your location. Texas is its own country, and I'm not in the USA. Isn't it the Republic of Texas, JP? Isn't that correct? Like, wouldn't all Texans prefer it saying they're from Texas? Just saying, Homan is the man, not from Shell. I agree. And then the last thing in immigration, guys. Maura Garrity. She was killed when an illegal with an outstanding warrant crashed into her in Boise, Idaho. She was 8. She should still be alive because that person should not be here. And the fact that these very progressive cities, Boise included, guys, Boise is the bluest city in Idaho. The fact that we have blue cities or purple cities where they allow illegals to roam about freely, this is what you get. And it's a tragedy. It sucks. Things like this should never be happening. Shell says these stories break my heart. Yeah. My daughter is 6. Way too close to home. I don't like it. Not at all. We're going to get into the government, guys. So leaving immigration. Immigration is now behind us until the end when we get back to that one story because of the music, guys. But we get into government. Did you know that in 1982, the Supreme Court ruled on Plyler versus Doe, which established that the public schools could not deny illegals from receiving a free taxpayer education. Guys, this caused some 620,000 students are now attending our schools at a cost every year. Well, that comes to a little over $10.5 billion, giving a free education to illegals. They need to revisit this case, guys. They need to overturn this case. It's absolutely wild. Jack here in the top comment, very nice, Jack, calling on some senators and reps to say, hey, is anyone going to take the lead on this? Matt Van Swall, you must be able to prove citizenship to receive any taxpayer benefits whatsoever. This is common sense. What an insanely stupid decision. Yes, there should be this many benefits going to an illegal alien. If you're a legal resident, maybe. If you're a citizen, sure. If those programs should exist at all. I'm a much bigger proponent of private charities. Be a good enough person in your community that your community is willing to help you. Whether that's through your church or through other private means. If you're too much of a non-contributor, I'll just say, that nobody in your community wants to help you when you're going through hard times, think about what that says about your character. If you don't provide any value to anybody, guys, they're not going to want to help you. Be nice and contribute to your community. And when you have hard times, they will help you. When I lived in Nebraska for 5 years, guys, I saw poor people that would give the shirt off their back to another member of the small town that I lived in if they fell on hard times. Why? Because they actually cared about the other people in their community. The people in their community were decent people. Kara says it's an incentive for illegal immigration. Yes. Yes, it is. This is a straight monetary incentive saying if you can make it across the border, you will get free stuff. So what does that encourage? It encourages people to try and get across the border because they want free stuff. We also had Zohran Mamdani visiting the White House. And it's so good to see Trump making jokes, guys. Just listen to this interaction.
Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay. You can just say yes.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
Guys, Trump is so funny for this. Like, I'm just going to play it again because it's only like 10 seconds. But he's just like, bro, stop trying to like word salad the camera. Just say yes. It's okay. No one cares. We all know how you think.
Are you affirming that you think President Trump is a fascist?
I've spoken about...
That's okay. You can just say yes. Okay.
Yeah.
It's easier. It's easier than explaining it. I don't mind.
Just pats him on the back like, these people are idiots. Trump's handling of the press, guys, is second to none. Like I said, I have things that I critique him on. I am not a fan of everything he does, but he has a thick skin for when it comes to others, but he does have a vulnerability when it comes to, he does not like being perceived as being unliked. It's a pride thing for him. That's one of his vulnerabilities. The left has exploited it before, but they're not doing a very good job now. Crispy says Trump has the thickest skin. We don't give an no ish about what they say about him. I mean, he does to an extent, but when it's the media, he doesn't, right? But like if the general consensus is he's not doing something right, he doesn't respond well, guys. Look at the criticism of his support of H-1B. He doubles down. He just keeps going harder. He tries to say that people support him. His actually, you know what's probably the better example? His support of his vaccine program for COVID. Right? That's probably the number one time when he could not read the room and he just would not let it go because he was emotionally attached to Project Warp Speed. Even though the numbers came out and the data came out and said that it was not a good thing, in the end, after we all kind of said that, but he still hung on to that. He hung on to that thing way too long. He also declared Nicolas Maduro's cartel de los Soles as a foreign terrorist organization. Well, we're already murking drug boats. We're already have a U.S. carrier group off of Venezuela. Well, apparently, we have also now classified his cartel as a foreign terrorist organization. So don't be surprised. Don't be surprised, guys, if there is more activity in Venezuela than less in the coming months. I don't know if I like that or not, but at least now when we say we're perpetrating a war on drugs. We actually mean it. That was always something that bothered me growing up, guys, is that we were always told that there was a war on drugs, but then you looked at how the government really treated the cartels, and it really didn't feel like a war at all. We got lied to for decades as they funneled money, just doing stupid things, buying weapons, supporting NGOs and whatever. They weren't actually perpetrating a war on drugs, but now they are. So at least they're being honest. Crispy says the shot killed people. Yeah, I did. Very glad I did not get it. Shitmaster says the people demanded action, so he acted. I don't blame him. He said it was untested. Fair. But then when the government got behind it and they pushed the CDC and Fauci pushed companies to make policy to require it of their workers. So in order to be in a large portion of the economy, you had to take it. You had to take it. Guys, I was very fortunate. I would have walked away from my job that I had at the time. I absolutely would have. I'm glad I wasn't put in that situation. It would have made life extremely difficult to basically be homeless because of it. So I'm glad I wasn't put in that position, guys. I think the government pushed a lot of things they shouldn't have during that time. We also move on. We got Marjorie Taylor Greene is announcing her resignation. She said it effective January 5th. And you're like, wow, that's weird. That's like in the future. Why would you delay your departure? Oh, that is 2 days after her pension kicks in. Yeah. Because Sam says, no American family can survive off a single breadwinner's earnings. That means she's coming out against feminism here, right? Right? It is odd. The timeliness of it is strange. She's basically saying, no matter what which way the pendulum swings, Republican or Democrat, nothing ever gets better for the common American man or woman. That I agree with. The Uniparty has been in control for so long, it really doesn't matter which side is in charge. And we see that even now with the legislature. MAGA won. Trump is in office. His executive branch is trying to make changes, but the legislative branch has basically remained closed for the entire first year of his presidency. They've taken more days off than they've worked. Johnson and Thune still refuse to pick up the bills that America demands. I'm not surprised, guys. I'm really not. It's just the timing is a little weird. She is getting basically lambasted by Trump, right? She was a huge Trump supporter during his election. So I understand. What, buddy? Almost. 5 more minutes. Yep. Where's your glasses? Go get them. I know. Says, my wife got it, and less than 2 months later, she has a massive heart attack. I begged her not to get... Oof. That is unfortunate, Seth. I am sorry to hear that. Yeah, she's 45. Yeah, that's very young, especially for a female. Females and heart attacks are not common. It typically happens to men. It does happen, but 45 is very young. And then within 2 months of getting it, yeah, would rather be homeless than take the vax. Yes, Crispy. Yes, as would I. Thankfully, I worked for a company at the time that did not make it a requirement. They made it uncomfortable. You had to wear masks and do testing and do all this other nonsense. But yeah, I hope that is she back to normal? Is she all better, or does she have any long-term effects or complications from that? Because like my dad got it real bad. He didn't get the shot, but he got COVID super bad. He's like 80. He's 79. But he's had some very significant long-term complications from having pretty severe COVID. 95%. Yeah, my dad's basically like 60%. Like his breathing is all jacked up. He used to be a long-distance bicycle rider. He did all kinds of crazy things that took a lot of endurance. And ever since he's had it, he's just never really been able to catch his breath. And he didn't even get the shot. Like I half wouldn't be terribly surprised if the hospital didn't give it to him without asking at this point. But, man, something jacked him up real bad. But, yeah, guys, so she's going to be leaving. She's walking away. Again, I can't really blame her. The government is kind of jacked. Now, I was hoping, right? Hoping that she would stick around. Hoping that she would start to change the minds of some more people. The Freedom Caucus needs her, but... Crispy says my brother had a heart attack 6 months after he took the vax. Ooh, God, is he all right? Pray that he made it. That's, man, too many things happening. The shot was just awful. And just seeing Trump still stand up at the podium years later and try and defend Operation Warp Speed. Like, I know he was just trying to do what everyone was asking him to do, but like, it was not a good thing. Supporting it is definitely detrimental to people supporting him. You got JD Vance here. Any Ukraine-Russia peace plan has to have the following 3 items. It must stop the killing while preserving Ukrainian sovereignty. They're not going to get that, guys. Like, the Russians want a land bridge to Sevastopol. That's one of the key things that they will not give up. It must be accepted by both Russia and Ukraine, and it must maximize the chance that war doesn't restart. Yeah, which means Russia needs a land bridge to Sevastopol. It's really the only way they're going to agree to stop, because they've now lost access to Sevastopol because all Ukraine had to do was shoot a missile at the bridge that connects Russia with Crimea and Sevastopol. So once they learned that weakness exists, they're not going to tolerate that weakness again. Crispy says he's okay now, but can't do what he was able to do before. Had open heart surgery. Whew. Yeah. Guys, it was crazy, guys. But there is a fantasy that if we just give money, more weapons, and more sanctions, victory is at hand. Peace won't be made by failed diplomats or politicians living in a fantasy land. It might be made by smart people living in a real world. Yeah, guys, the only way Russia and Ukraine is going to end if people start living in reality and they're willing to accept real terms. Like this whole like, oh, Ukraine's going to win. No. Russia's not going to win either, guys. It's just going to be a meat grinder until they agree to stop. So we need to live in reality, and we need to get it to stop. We did have this post yesterday that said that apparently Ukraine had accepted it, but I have not seen actual confirmation of that. I'm waiting until we see a confirmation through official channels before I actually report that it is, because like I said, that source was pretty dicey. Eric Daughtry, LMFAO, President Trump bodies another reporter, guys. Let's watch this clip, 20 seconds long.
Look, I can't tell him. Will you let me finish my statement? You are the worst. You're with Bloomberg.
Would you let me finish? You're the worst.
Finish my statement. You are the worst. You're with Bloomberg, right? You are the worst. I don't know why they even have you.
You're the worst. I don't even know why they have you.
We've had some great interviews with Tucker Carlson, but you can't tell him who to interview. I mean, if he wants to interview Nick Fuentes, look, I can't tell him.
Yeah, guys, that's the weird thing. Like, the media is trying to tell him that, you know, it matters if he interviews like certain people or not. It's really no one's business who he interviews. It really isn't. So let him interview who he wants. Stop interrupting the president. Like, don't be a total dirtbag, right? Have a little respect. Jen is always being out the best in Trump. It does always seem like that, doesn't it? Like, somehow when the jet engine's running in the background and the reporters are being a little spicy, he gets real touchy with them. What's up, Shell? Thank you for supporting over on Rumble. But Crispy also, it's okay. He's a Democrat and refuses to believe the vax had anything to do with it. What? That just no correlation, huh? I mean, I don't wish ill will on somebody just because of their political affiliation, but that's kind of crazy. You need to start facing reality. This one, massive news, Snap will now be forced to reapply, guys. 186,000 people were found on the rolls that were deceased, hundreds of thousands that were double dipping. Yeah.
Now says that everyone who's on Snap is going to have to reapply. Now, this happened, of course, when the government shut down and there was, you know, the SNAP benefits were not getting out to the people.
For 42 million Americans.
For 42 million. Well, we thought Americans.
Inside the country.
Yeah, we thought they were Americans. Like, what the hell, man?
People is probably the better. Yep. People. And so Brooke Rollins, we had her on, and we had a great conversation with her where she said, hey, listen, this whole SNAP benefits conversation around the shutdown has sort of pulled the curtain back, and people are seeing how many people are on SNAP that
Yeah, how many people are on Snap that have no business being on Snap? Karen says the Tucker Putin interview was very interesting. Guys, the Tucker Putin interview is probably one of those things that like most people just glossed over or didn't even watch. But if you look at the fact that Putin was just trying to inform everybody of their history, super interesting. You have to understand, guys, that history is written by the people that won. Right? So like the history that we get taught here in the United States is different than the history that we get taught, that people get taught overseas, right? Like you don't think that history in Russia isn't taught differently than history in the United States? You'd be retarded for thinking that. But it's interesting to see Russia is much older than the United States is. Most of Europe is much older than the United States is. Like, just watch that interview again, guys. Karen is correct. It is a very interesting interview, and it should be taken seriously. Crispy says, I'm the black sheep of the family. I'm the only one with common sense. The rest are dem sheep. Wow. Crazy Sis says same thing. Guys, I appreciate your support. Thank you for breaking out of the matrix. What is it, my guy? You want a piece of paper? Give me a second. I got to get a piece of paper for the kids. They're coloring. And both kids. I just got corrected. All right. Paper has been dispensed. Coloring has recommenced. Let's go.
Aren't actually citizens, and they're going to have to reapply. What do you make of this? I think it's very popular, especially if you go online and look at what people think. I think it's a popular initiative to say these benefits are for Americans. Is she going to be able to accomplish this? Is she going to have some legal challenges to it? What are your thoughts?
Well, no one really cares what your thoughts are, ma'am. But Karen says Thanksgiving dinner is spicy when you have different views. Yes. Guys, one thing that they've always said, and I don't know, I'd be interested if we have anyone in the audience from somewhere overseas, but in the United States, it is usually considered a faux pas to discuss religion or politics at a family gathering, which is strange because those are two things that should be cemented in your being by your family. And if you have views that different, guys, why are you hanging out with them? Like, I'm just saying. Crispy said, had to follow you, Sith. You make too much sense. Yes, guys, in the chat, everyone in the chat, follow each other. Support each other. Don't just support me. Support each other. You guys are all great. You guys should all be supporting each other. I appreciate you supporting me. Still, a lot of days, I still don't know why you guys show up every day, but you know what? I love you for doing it. I really do. But yeah, guys, SNAP benefits are being abused to no end. So the fact that people are going to have to reapply is a good thing. It's a good thing, as Bernie would say. This one's funny because it's Senator Kennedy, our favorite senator, guys. Let's just listen to it. Talking about AOC, our favorite bartender.
Well, I think the Congress, and let me say, I certainly don't hate the Congress.
Crispy's barred from talking politics at Thanksgiving dinner. Guy, just go have dinner with somebody who can talk politics with you. Like I'm actually, I just found out today. So I'm going over to the former director of my children's old daycare that they used to go to. The lady that used to run it helped me out immensely in a very difficult time. Her and her husband were kind enough to invite me over for Thanksgiving with the kids. So thank you very much. You know who you are. Now, I was informed that her daughter was interested in meeting me because, they talk about my kids. They talk about me and my struggles and whatnot all the time, apparently at home, because I'm an interesting person, I guess. I don't know. I don't see it. But she was saying that her daughter was looking forward to meeting me. But her daughter is also, she has one progressive daughter and one not progressive daughter. I'll let you in the chat. Which of the daughters is it that you think is interested in meeting me? Just put in the chat. Do you think the progressive daughter wants to meet me, or do you think the not progressive one does? Just let me know what your thoughts are, and let me know if you think I should discuss politics at Thanksgiving dinner. Alt Kara says neighborhood communist. Crazy. Crispy, love my family. They suck it on politics, but I still love them. That's fair.
Congresswoman, I don't hate anybody, but I've always believed that the Congresswoman is a creation of the media. They just love her. They love her like the devil loves sin, man. I mean, they just
they love her like the devil loves sin.
And I get why. She's attractive. She's pretty articulate.
Did Senator Kennedy just say that she's attractive? Calm down, old man. Sith Master says picks. No. Karen says the progressive. Yes, that one. You are correct. Does she have blue hair? I don't know, but I'll find out. I'll report back.
On television. She's bold in her statements.
She's bold and retarded.
I've never heard anybody describe her as a policy maven.
She's not.
My experience with her is if you scratch the surface, you just get more surface.
You heard it here, folks. With AOC, if you scratch the surface, you just get more surface underneath. That's really it. He likes the big booty Latinos. What is he? Alex Stein, Primetime 99? All about them big booty Latinas? In the animal kingdom, bright colors normally advertise toxicity. That's actually true. Usually reds, but I'll go with blues as well. Greens. Saudi Crown Prince is also in government, guys. They're upping their investment in the United States.
So your work for the world peace. I believe, Mr. President, today and tomorrow we're going to announce that we are going to increase that $600 billion to almost $1 trillion of.
Oh, look at that, $600 billion up to $1 trillion of investment from the Saudis.
Investment, real investment and real opportunity by details in many areas. And the agreement that we are signing today in many areas in technology, in AI, in earth materials, magnet, etc., that will create a lot of investment opportunities.
So you are doing that now. You're saying to me now that the $600 billion will be $1 trillion.
Definitely, because what we are signing, it will facilitate that. And
I like that very much.
I bet you do. I like it too, guys. I'm fine with foreign countries in investing here. If it creates American jobs and creates American opportunities, that makes sense to me. Sith Masters, yep, it's a great line, Sith. Yes, it is, Karen. Yes, it is. The best part is here, guys, POTUS commenting about Joe Biden securing investments.
In 4 long years, Joe Biden secured less than $1 trillion. In 9
$1 trillion.
short months, I've secured $18 trillion.
In 9 short months, $18 trillion. Yes, Sith. Others of us did.
To rebuild our factories, create hundreds of thousands of jobs, and bring back those beautiful words, made in America.
And you got to remember, guys, not only that, but the jobs that were added under Biden were almost all government jobs. The jobs that have been added under Trump have been almost all private sector jobs. In fact, the government employment has gone down because he started closing a bunch of departments, including the Department of U.S. Agency for International Development. Thank you. USAID, not aid. Don't ever say aid. Don't give in to that. You got Tim Burchett here, the national treasure that he is, coming out against stock trading by people in Washington. My favorite takeaway from this, and you see it right up here in the line here, Washington, D.C. is a sewer, not a swamp. A swamp is a beautiful water filter created by nature, guys. It's something God created. Filters water, animal life lives there and flourishes around it. Washington, D.C. is a sewer. Why? Because a sewer is made by man. It corrupts, it taints, it poisons. It's a concentration of filth. Yes. Yes, the government and an area around Washington, D.C. is absolutely a sewer. I have now forever henceforth changed it. I will no longer refer to D.C. as a swamp. I will refer to it as the sewer. Then anyway, yeah, guys, it's the sewer now. It just is what it is. Let's quit this nonsense, guys. They've been pillaging the United States. His post about his jacket was great. Yes. Crispy says sewer is the best analogy. It really is. I thought swamp was a perfect example of what DC is. It is built on a swamp. So, like, that's fine. But I thought swamp is a really good term. But when he points out that sewer is a better one, I agree. In fact, he also has a sense of humor, guys, because Red Eagle Updates posted that, he's supporting legislation that opens banning Congress and their family from trading stocks. Do you support it? And he himself said, I'm on the fence. I love when politicians, especially ones on the right, because it seems like the people on the left don't have a sense of humor. But when you see people on the not left guys having a sense of humor on X, like, I'm all about it. It's just funny to me. So thank you, Mr. Burchett. I hope you're successful, but I am not going to hold my breath. I do not trust that the government is going to vote itself less money and less power. It has never done so in history. I don't think we're going to see it happen now. But you know what? That's okay. We'll still move forward, but we appreciate when we run into people like Mr. Burchett here. So carry on. We appreciate you. And the last thing, this craziness that happened, is we have a bunch of Democrats telling people to defy orders of the government.
Senator Alyssa Slotkin.
Senator Mark Kelly.
Representative Chris DeLuzio.
Congresswoman Maggie Goodlander.
Apparently Maggie can't afford a camera that's decent. She's still recording her video on like a Nokia 3310. I don't know what she's spending her office budget on, but apparently it's not media equipment.
Maggie Goodlander.
Representative Chrissy Houlihan.
Congressman Jason Crow. I was a captain in the United States Navy.
Don't
Former
care.
CIA officer.
Don't
Former
care.
Navy.
Former
Don't care.
paratrooper and Army Ranger.
Former intelligence officer.
Former Air Force.
I also noticed like almost all of them except the one lady with a bad camera is filming this in the same place. If you look at the background, it's almost like they put on their schedule a propaganda meeting and they filmed a propaganda piece. Interesting.
We want to speak directly to members of the military.
Okay, well, there's a chain of command for that, sir, but carry on.
And the intelligence community.
Who take risks each day to keep Americans safe.
We know you are under enormous stress and pressure right now.
Mostly because of progressive dingbat liberals that are socialists and communists, yes.
Americans trust their military.
But that trust is at risk.
Why? We got rid of a lot of the craziness from it that came out of the Biden administration. So why would we be... Who in the chat is worried about the military right now? Anyone? Give me a 1 if you're... 1 if you're worried. 2 if you're not worried about the military right now. Guys, I'm like a huge 2. Like, big 2.
This administration is pitting our uniformed military
And intelligence community professionals
Against American citizens.
Oh, you mean like when the intelligence community had like 50-something people sign a letter that was saying that there was Russia collusion that turned out was false? You mean like when the intelligence community gets behind the Steele dossier, tries to say the Russian P thing happened, try to say all these things happened, guys. The intelligence community said it. They weren't risking the citizenry then, were they? Weird. Strange. Can't stand Elisa. She's a representative of my state. I'm sorry about that, Shell. That sucks.
like us.
Also with a 2. Thank you.
You all swore an oath.
Yes, we did.
Protect and defend this Constitution.
Right now, the threats to our Constitution aren't just coming from abroad.
Yes, that's why we swear an oath to defend the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic. That's weird. It's almost like the people that created the country and created that oath understood that we would face challenges from inside of our borders, not just outside. I wonder who they might be worried about.
From right here at home.
Our laws are clear. You can refuse illegal orders.
You can, if you have an illegal order. In fact, however, if you've ever been in the military, you can voice your dissent. You can document your dissent against an illegal order. But unless it's going to directly kill somebody, you should still follow the order. Just document your dissent. But please tell me, any of these idiots, which order he's given that's been illegal that they are supposed to defy and violate the chain of command and commit sedition or treason. Interesting. Crispy Big 2. Our military is only getting stronger and recruiting is off the charts. Yes. Yes, we've purged the bullshit, guys. It's doing really well, actually. All Kara says, and they all will have to do a pull-up and won't be paying for gender care. God forbid. Yeah, I know, guys. Especially in combat roles, the fact that they are making the PT requirements gender neutral. You want to be in a combat role, that's fine. You must do the same number of push-ups, the same number of sit-ups, get the same time in a 1.5 mile or a 3-mile run, depending on which branch you're in, and the same deadlift. So you want to be in a combat role, that's fine, ladies. You still got to meet the same requirements. You asked for equality. Congratulations. You now have it. If you can't hack it, you don't get to be in a combat role. Makes sense. If I have a brother that's down on the ground and you have to dead man carry him, good luck if you're a 105-pound female soaking wet. You're trying to carry a 220-pound man with his gear, almost 300 pounds. Yeah, that ain't happening, dog. So you don't belong there.
You can refuse illegal orders.
Which ones?
You must refuse illegal orders.
Which ones?
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law.
True. Which ones?
Or our Constitution.
We know this is hard and that it's a
Crispy says, damn, there goes my chance of becoming a woman. No, you could still do that. In fact, you'd have a better chance if you became a woman to be a woman in a combat role because you're a dude. When they made G.I. Jane, they were supposed to be how it worked, and then they reduced standards. Yes, because it turns out the females couldn't meet the male standards, nor should they. There are biological differences between men and women, guys. Turns out. Crazy, but there are biological differences between men and women. Reality sucks, doesn't it?
difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA...
Also, guys, the last part I'm going to cover on that video is he said it's difficult to be a public servant. It absolutely is not. No, it's not. Not at all. Even my son agrees. It's not. We're going to get into crime, guys. It came out, Benny Johnson, that it has now been confirmed that the Trump assassin, Thomas Crooks, used they-them pronouns. He has a deep interest in furries. Always the furries, guys. Charlie and his shooter, furries. Not Charlie Brown, Charlie Kirk. My silly boy. Charlie Brown. No, not Charlie Brown, Charlie Kirk. And was exploring his gender identity. Add this to the list. Charlie Kirk's assassin, Tyler Robinson, had a furry obsession and lived with his transgender boyfriend. The Annunciation Catholic Church shooter identified as trans. Nashville Christian shooter identified as trans. Lakewood Church shooter identified as trans. Colorado Springs shooter identified as non-binary. Denver shooter identified as trans. Aberdeen shooter identified as trans. Iowa high school shooter, trans activist. Guys, it's a mental disorder. It is. Stop supporting them. Get them help. It's what they need. They don't need affirmation. They need help. So, get them help. And then we have this craziness, guys. This got announced last night while we were on the stream, but this was an update. Matt Van Swol, I'm angry, but most of all, I am heartbroken. You can't even take your kids to a Christmas tree lighting ceremony in a small town in North Carolina without fear of getting shot in the streets. Hey, Jenny says video games and anime. I've played both, and I've interacted with both. Jenny, I'm not that crazy. Like, in fact, most of my tattoos are anime tattoos. Like, anime girl, cross from an anime show. Like, sorry, is what it is. But we don't have to live like this, guys. We shouldn't live like this. Constantly in fear. Like, why? Something has to change. It does. We need to start getting rid of the people that aren't compatible with our societies. If you're a criminal, you belong in prison and you need to stay there. If you're an illegal, you belong in your home country and you should stay there. We need to make America great again, guys. We need to make America safe again. We need to enforce the laws we have on the books. We need to encourage people that are illegal to legally carry their firearms. We need to encourage people to defend their loved ones and their communities. This stuff shouldn't be happening in the United States. We need more guns, not less. We need more God, not less. That's the prescription for this problem. And then you get violent people like this. Prominent J6er Jake Lang was assaulted while leading an anti-Muslim march near Dearborn, Michigan. So let's watch this real quick. So this guy in the red hat just walking along. And as I point out in the comments, guys, they're just proving us right. You want to just cold clock somebody in the street like that? Like you're putting their life at risk. So you have forfeited yours. If you want to treat people like this in public, don't be surprised if you get shot. That's it. Playing this knockout game, trying to be cute. It's not cute. It's deadly. Don't be surprised when somebody responds with deadly force. Because you try to do this to me when I'm with my family, guess what? It won't end well. California parents, this one's crazy, guys. They decapitated 2 kids and forced the younger ones to look at the bodies. Evil people. It's in the eyes. Just look. It's not good. It's not good. Like, what would possess somebody to do this? It's absolute insanity. You got Miles down there, the death penalty, make it quick. Spitfire, let the asteroid hit, make it fast. Guys, this kind of just evil. Evil exists. Evil is real. Demons exist. Demons are real. Jesus exists. Jesus is real. The fight for your soul is real. And then when you see stuff like this, you have to recognize that, guys, that there is evil among us and it should be purged. It should not be made friends with. It should not be supported or encouraged. It should be discouraged and it should be responded to with equal or greater violence. Karen says, bring back the guillotine. Yeah, public executions would probably go a long way. Again, guys, like they try to say that the prohibition on cruel and unusual punishment means you can't do those things. But like, I don't think it's cruel and unusual. I think it's a good punishment that is a public one that would discourage more people from doing it. If you knew that there was a risk that you're going to be publicly guillotined, if you do stuff like this, I think less people would be willing to do it. Even if it saves one person, guys, I'm okay with it. Yeah. Man with 22 prior arrests. Again, with the prior arrests, guys, these judges, we need to start arresting the judges. Oh, Dumb and Dumber. Yeah. But guys, we need to start arresting the judges. It's the only answer.
All happened just before 9:30 last night on that Blue Line train. Chicago police tell us a 26-year-old woman got into an argument with a man that police believe is 45 years old. That argument turned physical, and at some point he threw liquid onto that woman and set her on fire.
Again, this is happening in cities where people cannot legally carry firearms. If this happened in an area where they could, and a bystander saw someone soak someone in liquid and start to strike a match, you best believe they're going to get dropped immediately. Karen says that, why was he carrying gas on a train? Good question. What kind of container was it in? Like, was he carrying like a little alcohol flask with gas in it? Like, was he carrying a literal like gas can, like a 5-gallon jerry can? Like, it's a good question. Why did nobody question it? Seems a little odd. Even if it was like a little Zippo lighter fluid container, like still, like, what are we doing? Premeditated. Yes. And you know what premeditated murder should get you? Guillotine. Yes. Public executions. Again. Say her name. Cheyenne Castens, brutally stabbed to death at a dollar store in Florida. Lamar Beasley, arrested as a convicted sex offender who was released from prison last July. Again, person released from jail, then commits another atrocity. It's almost like violent criminals in jail should just stay there. I don't know. That's my thoughts. Let me know what you think. Also, guys, post out the live stream, please. Please make sure that we get this out to as many people as we can, guys. Post it out on all of your profiles, your social medias. Post it out here on X. Post it out on whatever, wherever. It's the circle of crime. Yes. But guys, you can also support me monetarily if you wish. I would appreciate it. If you can't afford to do so, though, there are non-monetary ways to support me. You can like here. You can share the video here. You can also share the stream over on YouTube and Rumble. You can subscribe to the YouTube and Rumble. Do whatever you can. I appreciate it. You can also join our community right here. You can see we are at 15 members. We are growing. So if you want to get in on that, 127. We can do so much more. We can't. The algorithm, guys, has been just dog shit lately. So we're doing the best we can. I'm going to keep showing up, guys, because you keep showing up for me, and I greatly appreciate it. So until the algorithm changes, we're going to see low numbers, but you know what? That's okay. We're still going to do the work. Put in the work, guys. Even when it looks discouraging, put in the work. You can also see our live schedule, guys. It is pinned at the top of my profile, so check that out. I appreciate your support. We're going to get into tech and science. So we're starting off our tech section with stories about X, because it turns out X is a technology. But if you comment on something, guys, with this new retarded algorithm, don't forget, if you comment on something that's stupid and retarded, your feed is going to get stupid and retarded. It discourages people from commenting on things. It's not good. I like to comment on things I disagree about, but unfortunately, it then fills your feed with things that you don't like. My entire feed is full of progressives and PETA right now. Like, it's gross. It's stupid. I don't like it. So can we please change the algorithm? I don't want to have to only be in an echo chamber. I want to be able to freely discuss my opinions with people that I disagree with. That's how we get more public discourse, guys. If all we're doing is interacting with the content we like so that our feed stays good and fresh, something that we enjoy, we're missing out on the whole point of the public square. I don't like it. New algo on engagement. Yeah, I know it runs on engagement, Crispy. I just don't like that. I think it should encourage communication across the aisle, and right now it doesn't. One comment and your feed is full of them. Yes. Although trolling PETA with constantly replying to their posts that PETA stands for people eating tasty animals has been one of my favorite things to do in the last 2 weeks. I don't think they like it either. Although it really hasn't helped my engagement. So like I'm enjoying it, but like people aren't responding to it. They're not posting it. They're not commenting on it. I don't even think they're seeing it because they don't interact with my content normally. Shell says, we plan on fasting after Thanksgiving as a community if you're interested in joining us. That is true, guys. The Patriot Dad family community is planning on starting a long-term fast. We're going to keep track of weight loss. We're going to do all kinds of fun stuff, guys, after Thanksgiving. One comment, your feed is full. Yes, Crispy, and I hope to see you there as well. Eric Daughtry, this was a story from early in the week, guys, that they were saying that within 3 days, it's going to start displaying people's home countries. This was an interesting change of pace because they've also pulled that back because it started to expose a lot of people. A lot of accounts here on X, it turns out, are not real. They're fake. They're being run out of different countries. It's a crazy, crazy time to be alive, guys. So they pulled that feature back already, exposed a lot of major accounts for being not American. But guys, Nikita here posted in a couple of hours. This was 4 hours ago. They're going to be rolling out this account, about this account globally, allowing you to see the country of origin where an account is based, which is pretty based. In fact, let me pull mine. I gotta dig through my posts real quick to find it, because I posted mine because I wanted people to see where mine says I'm from, because, you know, I thought that was important if I'm going to comment on it. Harry Sisson was one of the ones that got brought up. Ah, here we go. So here's mine. It's a nice feature. It's back up. You can check any account now. Oh, fantastic. I know a couple hours ago I could not. But guys, here's mine. I've always claimed, if you look at my profile, it says I'm a United States veteran. I am a person from the United States. I live in Northern Virginia right now. That's true. You can see right here. Joined in August in the United States. I'm an account based in the United States. I've been around verified since August of 2024. I had one name change in November of 2024 when I went from Patriot Dad YT, because I was a YouTube creator primarily, to just Patriot Dad USA here. So I made my account more generalized. That's fine. I have one name change, and I am connected via the US App Store. So there you go, guys. Too bad. I'm a real person. I am from the United States, and I am a veteran. So suck it, nerds. But it's interesting to see because this became a threat. Why? Well, they pulled it back. Why? Well, Jeremy for the Quartering says the world was rapidly finding out nearly every major account on the platform is some Indian scammer or Bangladeshi or some other random country. You got a lot of supposed anti-Trump conservative accounts were in Macedonia. That is also true, Gardner. Very true. And then fun ones like this one. Alex Cole, guys, created it in the Bahamas, and he is based in Canada. So this person who is claiming that they voted for Kamala, that they support progressive ideas and, Democrat politics here in the United States, turns out he's a Canadian. Created his account while in the Bahamas. So that's cool. You got this one, Republicans against Trump, guys. Created in Austria. It says based in the United States, but you see that exclamation point off to the side? It means they're using a VPN. Strange. 2 name changes. Like, guys, it's almost all BS. It's almost all BS, guys. And it's so much fun to see. I love this new feature. I think this is going to really open people's eyes because people are getting gaslit by these accounts that are being run by foreigners. And they're interfering in U.S. politics. They should absolutely be banned immediately. Office of Nuclear Energy. The U.S. Army is working to power U.S. military bases with advanced reactors. This is a very good thing. They are putting out requests and collaborating with private companies to develop advanced reactors that could boost energy security and resiliency at U.S. military bases across the globe. The Janus program. They have selected 9 installations for considerations in which to site micro reactor power plants. Guys, energy security, nuclear power, one of my favorite things to discuss. I do still owe everybody another space on nuclear power. I'll have to figure that out. I do not feel well today, guys. I still feel like complete garbage. So probably won't be tonight. We'll do an after space probably next week. I don't think we're going to do an after space tonight. I just need to get to sleep. But guys, we also have this. How quick are we moving on nuclear? Very quick. Let's check this story out.
We have another nuclear power plant we're restarting in southwestern Michigan.
Yeah.
That one will actually be on early next year. And we just used emergency authorities to extend the life again of a 1.5 gigawatt coal power plant in southwest Michigan. There's so many ways that we just got to stop digging a hole and driving up electricity prices like the Biden administration did. We're going to bring back and build new, affordable, reliable, long-term, secure electricity for our country. We shouldn't be in the situation we are today.
No.
But with President Trump's efforts, every day we're moving that ball forward.
Hey, guys, this is an existing plant. They are restarting it. This is a purchase agreement with Microsoft to help run their data centers. So one of the main comments that you see and criticisms is that, oh, this is only to support data centers. Well, that's true. You can see here, elections have consequences. I bet that account's probably not in the United States. Actually, let's run a test. Let's go to this person's profile and let's see about this profile. Michigan joined in. Oh, there we go. Based in the U.S. Okay. Well, it's actually a U.S. account, guys. That's good to know. But they're basically saying, oh, it's only for the data centers. Sure. But it also means the data centers will be consuming power from this and not from every other source. So it still helps reduce scarcity, which helps keep prices from rising. It's okay. Patriot Brief, ups to Pat Daddy. Everyone is sick here. Weak, lightheaded, sore nostrils, small cough. Yeah. Why is everyone getting the same? Is this COVID-25? Because it's like my head, my sinuses. I have a bunch of junk that was in my sinuses when I woke up. It's mostly a headache thing. Who knows? And Shell's got the same thing, basically, like a bunch of people, and we're nowhere close to each other. I'm in Virginia. She's in Michigan. So just saying. But thank you for the thoughts, Patriot Brief. Appreciate you. And welcome to the chat, by the way. 3 Mile Island melted down before, right? One of the reactors that 3 Mile Island did. I believe it was Unit 2, if I remember correctly. Fact check me on that. I believe this is Unit 3 that they're restarting for Microsoft. It is not the unit that melted. But yeah, it's actually quite a large power plant. Crispy says, yeah, my sinuses is funked. Okay, well, it's not just us then. You can see here Chris Marks with this story. Nuclear power has been set back for decades because of brain-dead hippies like Jane Fonda weren't smart enough to tell a nuclear power plant apart from a nuclear bomb. Yes, guys, that's one of the main things that they always talk about is like, oh no, we can't have nuclear reactors. What if they explode? It's like, my guys, that is not a concern. 4 to 5% uranium enrichment at uranium-235 is not a bomb. Weapons grade uranium is a highly enriched uranium. Uranium-238 doesn't make bombs, guys. You need uranium-235. Natural abundance is 0.7% of natural uranium is uranium-235. Yeah. It's not a bomb, guys. So stop pretending like it's a bomb. Let's have clean power. It'll be great. So stop believing the hippies. All the lies you've been told about the environment over the last few decades, guys, complete lies. Support nuclear power. Then we have these fun stories this week. This thing, this monstrosity that looks small on video, like you can tell it's a big rocket, but you're like, it's big, but how big is it? Guys, that is a full-size human standing at the landing feet. It is really big. Like really big. This thing is almost as big as a Saturn V. It is really big. So it was really fun to see that thing watch. And then Everyday Astronaut, one of my favorite space YouTube content creators, put out this one. Holy crap, Blue Origin just sent out an update of their New Glenn announcing a huge suite of upgrades, including a 15% increase in thrust on the stage, first stage, 20% on second stage, reusable fairings, which is very important for the environment. Less stuff that we're just yeeting and ditching into the Indian Ocean, the better. They have a 9-engine booster at a 4-engine second stage coming for a super heavy rocket with 20 tons to translunar injection, guys. That is a lot. That is a lot. And if you want to know all about engine cycles, because this sounds confusing, Everyday Astronaut has an entire video dedicated to all of the engine cycles. It's actually pretty fun and interesting to learn about. But here he says, yep, they're still using BE4, which is an oxygen-rich, closed-cycle methylox engine, upgraded. Yeah. So check it out, guys. Check out Tim Dodd, Everyday Astronaut. Really cool YouTube content creator. And then you got NASA Spaceflight, another fun place on YouTube to get updates on Starship and other things. Caesar, with an updated view of the damage to Booster 18. Guys, they were doing some cryogenic proof testing, and the oxygen tank failed. Like, catastrophically failed. So we're going to find out. They're going to investigate. They're going to figure out what happened, whether it was another COPV, which is a composite overwrapped pressure vessel. They're going to find out if it was a COPV failure. They're going to find out if it was a material failure in the tank. Maybe there's a seam in the intertank that failed. Like, who knows? They always learn from these guys. But they do this with liquid nitrogen for a reason. Because if they have a catastrophic failure during your cryogenic proof testing, all it does is let out liquid nitrogen. When this failure happens, when it's actual propellant, you get the failure like we saw the last time they had a booster that catastrophically failed, and it destroyed the test site over there. So it's good they found this during cryo testing. They will learn from it. They will iterate, as they always do. They will iterate quickly. I think this is only going to send it back, they said, like a month. Any other company, and this would have been a setback of a year or more. So keep it up, SpaceX. You guys are doing great work. Love to see it. I like to see more competition in the space in general. It's fun to see Blue Origin with New Glenn operational. It's nice to see Starship still in testing. So let's keep it up. We're going to leave science and tech and get into culture. We talked about the killer for what, bud? Are you okay? Let me see. Yeah, you're okay. Where's your glasses? Go, put them on now. You can take it off now and then go take it off now and then go put your eyeglasses on, please. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay. 1, 2, 3, go. There you go. Okay. Now go put on your glasses, please. Yep. Go put on your glasses, please. Thank you, buddy. So we're back to this, guys. The trans people killing people. Why? Why are they so violent? Well, A, they're mentally ill, so that's bad. But B, there's groups for this. It turns out this group called Queer Resistance. Multiple members of this group posted that they had foreknowledge of the plot to kill Charlie Kirk online. This group also had direct ties to the State Department. Weird that there would be State Department / USAID / three-letter agency ties to the shooters against conservatives. And then we're not going to hear anything. Like, we almost never hear anything. As Sam points out, guys, why haven't we gotten an update on this? We haven't gotten an update on Charlie's killer. We haven't really gotten much of an update on Trump's assassins. We really haven't gotten an update on the Las Vegas shooters, plural. Like, we haven't got an update on most of these really large anti-conservative shootings, right? Because even the country concert in Vegas, country western music, is that more progressive or conservative? I don't know. You tell me. We are getting updates on this stuff, though, guys. Shell says we need to make asylums. Bring back asylums. Yes, make asylums great again. Please. The fact that they're allowed to just make media like this, post it out, have meetings, do all their things, guys. They are calling for violence. This is Salt Lake City, Utah, guys. Utah has a huge furry problem and a huge trans problem and a huge trans violence problem. We're going to see more out of this. We are. Mark my words. You got Transgender Awareness Week was also reported on last week. We are aware of the danger. Go look for them then. What happened to your foot? Yeah. Buddy, go find your glasses. Just go look. Look everywhere, buddy. You need to find them. We solve half the problem by just bringing back asylums. Yes, Crispy. Carrot says, did you see the video of the helicopter of the Vegas concert shooting? Yes. Yeah, we've actually talked to a couple of people that were there on this show and on Spaces. Guys, there was more than one shooter. There was more than one shooting in Vegas. My brother was in the crowd at the country concert. He did not do well experiencing that. Most people didn't. That kind of violence and chaos is not good for people. But guys, be aware of the trans violence. So Transgender Awareness Week for me means something different than it does to them. They think we're supposed to acknowledge their existence. I do acknowledge their existence and the danger to our existence. So that's the awareness that you should be aware of. Everybody's talking about the looting here, but wait till they find out about the amount of looting happening there. Yeah, guys, there is way more of your money and future stolen here than there ever will be here. Look into it, guys. The government is corrupt. The government is just messed up at this point. But it's legal that they steal from us that we're $38 trillion. In fact, let's find out. Where are we? Nope, not that. That's not what I wanted. Let me pull up the U.S. national debt clock. All right, the national debt, $38.3 trillion and rising. Guys, this is not sustainable. 38 trillion. But you think that's a lot? How about the 105 trillion for the total debt? This is a problem. This is a huge problem for our future. And if you look at the largest budget items, Medicare, Medicaid is the largest single budget item. Social Security is the second largest. And then you got to look at the third is actually interest on the debt has surpassed the defense budget at $968 billion, almost a full $1 trillion a year just on servicing the debt. The theft happening in the government is far in excess of retail theft. Here's a walkaway hero from Brandon Strzok. Listen to this lady. Just do it.
Pisses me off about the left is that every single time I post something about being a black conservative, they always want to go, oh, well, they're never going to accept you. You're never going to be one of them. They're never going to do anything for you. Okay, cool. I don't want to be one of them, whatever.
Like, what does that even mean? What do you mean they won't ever accept you? I've never had a problem accepting a person of any background who loves the United States and wants to be a conservative and have similar values. Color doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't. Go. Find his glasses. Now. What? I know. She's going to help you. Go look. Taking out the fraud could reduce it by half. Yeah, probably. Look at the NGO money alone, guys. The amount of pillaging and pilfering that's happened just from NGOs. It's one of the things I love about Doge. But guys, who's ever told a person that we won't accept you for any reason when they have similar values? Please tell me.
Whatever that means. They don't need to do anything for me. Everything that I've ever achieved or received is because of me and my work ethic alone.
Yes.
Every single job I've had, promotion I've had, school I've gotten into, grade that I've received is because of me and me alone.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
because of my skin color, but because of my merit.
Yes.
While you sit over there and play the oppression game and wait for another government handout, I'm out here grinding and
Yes.
working and getting the things that I'm setting out to receive. And it has nothing to do with my skin color, but everything to do with the content of my character.
It's almost like somebody in the past had a dream that one day their daughters would be judged based on the content of their character, not by the color of their skin. It's weird. I wonder who it was that had that dream. Crispy says color is only an issue with Democrats. It's only an issue with Democrats because they can use it as a wedge. They can use it to gain support. They can use it to gain power. Like, that's why color matters to the Democrats. They use it as a division issue. Carrot says, well, she might have gotten some DEI help, but her message is 100% correct. Yeah, there's no way to really know, guys. And that's what's so crazy. The subtle racism of DEI and those things is that a person of a minority group can never actually know 100% certainly that they did everything under their own merit. They will always have at least a little bit of thought in the back of their mind that maybe they benefited from one of these affirmative action or DEI programs. Guys, do you know how evil that is? They have to think in the back of their mind that maybe there's some level that they didn't earn the thing they got, even when they did 100% of the work themselves and they completely earned it. That little thought is going to exist because of Democrats. Like, that's just icky to me. Like, ugh. Like, it's good. Good job. Like, I love the message. She earned it. 100% great. But that little thought is going to live in the back of her head anyway. And that is evil. But good job. Culture also here, guys. 90% of the food sold in grocery stores today did not exist 100 years ago, and neither did 90% of the chronic disease. Guys, our food is poison. Chad was in here in the chat a week or two ago talking about his experience going over to Italy and Europe and eating there, having zero GI problems, zero acid reflux issues, and then coming back to the United States and within 24 hours having all of his issues come back. Our food in the United States, guys, is poison. That's it. Try to eat as cleanly as you can. Try to avoid the middle of the grocery store. I don't know if you noticed, the fresh stuff is all on the outside. You have the produce, the dairy, the meat section. Like, all of the fresh stuff is mostly on the outside. The more in ways you go in a grocery store towards the middle, everything's fake. It's all poison. It's all crap. Try to stay to the outside. Or join us with our community fast after Thanksgiving. It'll be great. Another culture post here, guys. Everyone loves to shit all over dudes for going to the gym and just leering at women. Even though women dress like whores in the gym, and then they complain about people looking at them. Like, they dress like pick-me's and thoughts, and then they're complaining when people look at them. Well, your boobs are hanging out, ma'am. Your boobs are hanging out. So, of course, people are going to look. But then this happens. It's weird. It's almost like the tables have turned. And she goes, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, yes, we see what happened. She goes, I'm just going to leave. Yeah, awkward, isn't it? Awkward. Our food is poison. Eat fresh from the farmer's market. Good point, Crispy. If you have a local farmer's market, definitely support that because it's at least cleaner food and it's supporting a local farmer. So very, very good point, Crispy. Thank you. You got this one. Welcoming Jenica to the moderator team for Doge, guys. And I will do it because Gardner would want me to do it. But if you go to the actual community page for Team Doge, go to About and scroll down to all the moderators, guys. This is one of Gardner's favorite things to point out now. Look at the moderator team for Team Doge. You have Mr. Robert Johnson, our friend. You have Sam, Conservative Alternative, also our friend. News Nomad, James Jeanette, Elon Musk, Gardner, and Jenica. This is the entire... So now we have a Gardner sandwich between Elon Musk and Data Republican. As Shell just pointed out, and Gardner has repeated many, many times, guys, it is the best sandwich ever. Congratulations, Jenica. Well-deserved. And something else, guys. Last post in culture. This is something that everybody needs to take to heart. We do not make peace with evil, guys. We covered evil in the government. We covered evil in the crime section. We covered evil in the culture section. We cover evil a lot on this channel because we recognize that evil is part of reality. Evil exists. The devil exists. Demons exist. We do not make peace or friends with evil. We destroy it. That is what we should do. That is what we're called to do. So don't make peace with evil, guys. It's not a good idea. Crispy says he loves all three. Shell says, me too. They're awesome. Crispy, they are the patriots that we love. Exactly. What, bud? Is that true? Yeah, I don't want to hear it from either. I don't want to hear it from either one of you guys. Hey, look at me. Come here. Come here. Come here. Hug. Say you're sorry. Sorry what? For what? Okay. Hey, guys, be nice to each other. You understand? Okay. MK, hey everyone, I'm late. Don't worry about it, MK. You are still welcome in the chat. And you got here just in time for the section on memes. If you are suffering, men, from priapism, which is another term, medical term, for the suffering of an erection lasting more than 4 hours, this might help you. Because you might have had an erection for more than 4 hours, but now you don't. Thank you, Mr. Star Spangled MAGA, for this one. Follow me for more tips. I'm just going to leave this up here for a little while to help you guys out. In case you were starting to feel a little bit froggy, this should help you out. It's not froggy outside, kiddo. Silly kids. That'll do it. Yes, it will, Crispy. Yes, it will. Oh, come on. My browser has been giving me the business all night. There we go. For real, people living paycheck to paycheck. You think that's bad. Well, landlords living month to month, also bad. But then the banks behind them and the corporations living from bailout to bailout because everybody has been making bad decisions in the economy. And then you zoom out a little further and you see that the government has really been living war to war and just printing money. And everyone is screwed. Like, the person that really suffers the most is us. Like, we're the people in the front row. Everybody is going to shoot us. Spaced off. Don't worry about it, okay? You're good. We still love you. Like I said, my browser, the last couple of tabs was just not cooperating. Also, Mr. Star Spangled Mana, mirror on the wall. Who is the greatest president of them all? To which Obama sees President Trump, because we all know Trump is a far better president than Obama, a far better president than Biden, a far better president than Bush. Ugh. Guys, both sides for decades, the presidents have just been awful. The Uniparty has been destroying and robbing the public for decades. It's nice to finally have an administration that at least tries. So not sure if you'll show my memes, but it's actually me in the photos. Oh, well, I will get to them. If you sent them in DMs, I will get them. We do have a little bit larger of a meme section tonight. This one from our favorite West Virginian says, I'm breaking up with you. Is it because I act like I know everything? Yes, I knew it. The Leo memes are so good, guys. How many of you guys have been in this situation where you just know everything? Oh, I just like messing with people. It's a lot of fun. I just, like I said, these last tabs did not load on their own. This one, guys, if you run multiple monitors like I do, this happens a lot. I'm sure you can appreciate this one. Always losing your cursor between the two screens. Monitor 1, monitor 2, it says, where's the cursor? And the cursor down at the bottom, stay absolutely still. His vision is based on movement. It's like, if you ever can't find your cursor, what's the first thing you do? You take your mouse right here and you wiggle it, right? Why? Well, that's because our vision is based on movement. Easiest way to find your cursor, guys. Just move it. It's good advice. This one, good memes. Got Trump just trolling. Trump 45, Trump 47, and sandwiched in the middle, the auto pen himself, Mr. Joseph Robinette Biden. I love the fact that this is literally the hallway outside of the Oval Office where he replaced his portrait with an auto pen signature. Oh, so much fun. Again, I have to like refresh these. This one, guys, Trump derangement syndrome is real. Like real. He could say anything and they will absolutely come out in favor of it or against, depending on which side he's on. They will come out on the opposite side of it. So he's literally just like, guys, don't eat shit. It's not good for you. And they're like, oh, well, he said don't do it. So now we got to do it. Like every topic, guys, he made them come out in support of drug runners. He's made them come out in support of criminal aliens. He's made them come out in supporter of everything, guys. Crispy is the GOAT. Yep. He is the GOAT. I agree. Best troller. Also, the GOP used this as a happy birthday message to former President Biden. I'll just call him former President Biden because I refuse to accept that he is still the president, because typically, traditionally you keep calling them president, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. We have some Krispies. First one from Crispy, guys. Oh, wrong button. That one says, the look I give when Dems say anything. Yeah, like basically. What? Yep, 100%. We are on board. And then you got the sarcasm is strong with this one. Nice shots, Crispy, by the way. You don't look anything like your normal blue-haired, Cookie Monster self. So what happened there? What's in your wallet? The race card, apparently, if you are Michelle Obama. Very nice, Karen. Very nice. We got some more Karen memes. Let's see. Remember before we had the internet and people thought the cause of stupidity was due to a lack of access to information. Yeah, it wasn't that. Oh my God, this is so true, guys. Now that people have access to all of the information, people are more retarded than ever. This is a very good point, Karen. And then you have this one. Put the ham in Muhammad. Oh, wow. Wow. That's all I'm going to say about that one. Wow. Karen. That's a little spicier than normal. Are you feeling okay? Oh, we have one from our favorite West Virginian as well. I knew you knew I'd like it. Of course he did. Oh, guys, this one's good. This is a good meme. West Virginia, good job on this one. This is Zelensky, and I believe that is what my brain. Which senator is that? That's somebody tell me. Like, it's gonna bother me until I know who. Lindsey Graham. I think that's Graham, isn't it? I think that's Lindsey Graham and Zelensky. It's the old Jean Grey. It's Wolverine looking at a picture of Jean Grey, guys. Like, really simping over Jean Grey. That was good. I like it. I'm a nerd enough to understand the reference, and that's a good one. I don't know what you guys think about that meme, but that well done. High marks. I don't see any from Gardner tonight. I'm a little sad. I guess he must be busy. That's okay. We'll get more from him on Monday, I'm sure. But guys, I'm going to be dropping YouTube because, well, YouTube's dumb. So if you're over on YouTube, come on over to X, come on over to Rumble, and we can finish it out. Because I have another 5 or so stories or little posts that I cannot go over on YouTube because they have music associated with them. So if you're on YouTube, just make sure to check out the profile, please. If you come on over to X, find Patriot Dad's profile, Patriot Dad USA. Go to patriotdad.org, the website. You can leave me a tip. You can go to the website and find other ways to support me. You can come join the community. You can also check out my live schedule pinned in the profile. So thank you very much, everyone over on YouTube. Maybe find a different place to do it. I don't know. YouTube's kind of lame. So we're going to drop YouTube. As soon as I can load. There we go. Bye. And now that YouTube's gone, we're going to